Good morning, y'all. I'm Marlene Bush, and this channel is Stitching by the Lake. I am in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and it is a beautiful, beautiful day here today. Today is Sunday, November the 6th, and I'm not at church this morning because my husband has been ill and we are not able to go back to church yet. And I think I mentioned that to y'all. The last video I made was in September, the last part of September. And I told you he was going to have surgery, and he has. I'm going to wait and talk about that towards the end of the video for those of you who want an update on him, because I have tons of cross-stitching and a couple of other things I want to talk about, stitching-related things. So if you are not interested in the personal update, you can just see the stitching stuff and hop off when that time comes. I have some finished pieces. I have some fully finished pieces. I have a couple of whips. I truly did not stitch probably more than 3 or 4 days in October because of Jerry and the surgery and that sort of thing. So some of it is from the last of September, some of it is from this past week, and some of the fully finished things are older than that. So that's what I'm going to do today. I hope you'll stick around and join me so that I can share these things with you. It has been a crazy, crazy fall. We had a drought this summer. A bad drought. So we really don't have the kind of leaf color that normally we do here in Arkansas, at least not right where I am, and I've not been anywhere else. We've had hot weather. It's going to be up in the 60s today. Later this week, it's going to drop down to 31 at night, but for right now, it's nowhere near that. I brought plants in and really had to, because we had a couple of nights of freezing temperatures, and like my lemon tree and my Christmas cactus and my rain lily, all of those things needed to come inside, but now they need to be back outside. I'm not strong enough to move those plants. I have my son-in-law do it for me typically, so they're just going to have to make it inside right now. But it's a beautiful time to be outside. I've been out as much as I can be, which is not a whole lot. I do have a nice gentleman who's helping me in the yard, and he's coming next week to put mulch out. I'm looking at my front flower bed from here, and it definitely needs to be remulched before winter gets here. We also had the tree service out last week. Oh my goodness. I told them when they came, if y'all haven't done this, you need to think about it. It's a little costly, but it's worth it. I told them to look at, we have more than 20 trees in our yard, and I told them to look at every single tree, cut every dead limb they saw, and cut every limb that might fall on my roof if we had an ice storm. Ice storms are typical in Arkansas. And they did that, and it just looks so nice. It just kind of opened things up, and I have a huge, huge oak tree in my front yard. Grass will not grow underneath it because it is so dense that the sun doesn't get through. And now part of that area is actually getting some sunshine, so I'm thinking I might have a little bit more grass in the spring, and my azaleas that are out there and my hydrangeas will have a little bit more light, so I'm hoping they'll do a little bit better too. Anyway, not a lot other than just staying home, taking care of my sick guy. That's about it. That's all that's been going on. I'm hoping this coming week to go to a short retreat in Tulsa at the Silver Needle. Lori Markovic from Lottie Die is going to be there a couple of days, and I had signed up for that a long, long time ago. My children have decided that I need a break, and they are going to come and stay with their dad for me to do that. He has a small procedure scheduled for tomorrow morning, and if that goes okay and works out like we think it will, then I will probably go ahead and go. Otherwise, I will not. I'll stick around and and take care of him a little bit longer. Okay, I'm going to move right into cross stitch and show you what I've been doing. One of my, y'all, I can't remember. I wrote down all my whips in my little notebook here, and I don't think I showed those to y'all last time, did I? I didn't go back and look at that video, so I don't know. This is a Stacy Nash pattern, House on Pumpkin Hill. I started it, I know I didn't show it to you because I didn't start it till 10/27. Yeah, October 27. So I know you hadn't seen this one. Okay, this pattern, I'm going to take it out of the plastic so that you can see it a little bit better. It called for 32 count Belfast linen charcoal gray. And I used charcoal Lugana. I don't know if that's the same color as the linen would have been, but what I used is very close to that. If you'll notice, this one has 3 pumpkins. I did not do all 3. It also has some small motifs, a couple of crows that are very difficult to see, and then there's a little basket. It's even hard for me to see, and I've got it right in front of me. 3 little crows and 1 little basket done in black on that charcoal Lugana. I chose not to do those as well. Part of the reason that I chose that was because I couldn't see them in the black. And the other reason was because I had a frame that would fit if I left off that 1 pumpkin. This is what I have stitched. Just the 2 leaves and 2 pumpkins. There was 1 more branch coming out that had a small pumpkin and a leaf, and I left that one off. And this is going to go in this frame. I don't remember where I got this, but I want to say that it might have been Goodwill. That's what it's got. Well, that's not centered, but that's what it's going to look like in this frame. And I liked it. I thought it fit very well. And so I could not add that 3rd pumpkin and have it fit in here. That was actually my latest finish. I'm going to try to lay this stuff down here where it won't get too messed up so I can get it back in the basket. Some time ago, I had finished stitching these 2, which you have seen many times before. It came out last year, I think. Yeah, 2021. It's a Brenda Gervais, and it is called The Bells of Christmas. Pretty pattern, very pretty pattern. I don't typically use a teal color at Christmas, although I think it's gorgeous, and I see it. I've seen it multiple places. Anyway, I have fully finished those. I did 2 different things. On this Goodwill to Men, I finished it by cutting the back, and then I just covered the back with a little piece of lace. I tried that because that's what she suggested in the pattern. I didn't care for it. I've done it before. I didn't care for it before, so I don't know why I thought it might change my mind. The fabric that I used on the back of these is a teal that I think goes very well with this, and it was just something I had in my stash. This cord as well was something that I had. I also had a teal mini pom that I thought might be really cute across the bottom. As many times as I have tried, I cannot get that pom from Lady Dot to come off the little braided side. I just end up shredding the whole thing. I tried it again this time, and that's exactly what I did, so I gave up on that. And I know that there's some tutorials out there. I can't remember now. It seems like Lindy Stitches may have done one. but I still couldn't do it. If y'all know of a tutorial that you think is particularly good, please let me know. And this is the second one, called Peace on Earth. Used the same fabric on the back. I used fiber fill for these. No, I'm going to take that back. I used some sawdust first, and then I put some fiber fill on top of that. I find that sawdust kind of gets into the corners a little better. I'm not good at corners or points. And this one I did a whip stitch on the bottom. So these are ready to go for Christmas. Right before Jerry went into the hospital, I couldn't really focus on things. You know how you get in your head. So I went back and picked up a piece of punch needle. I don't have the pattern here with me, but it is, let me look here, Threads That Bind. And it's an old one from 2009. And I had started it already. I just had, I had the house done and the tree done, I think. Anyway, I finished punching it. That's hard to see because it's so dark, and my lighting is terrible in this room. I finished that sitting out on my deck in a couple of days before we started our hospital venture. I have this box, this unfinished. It came from Hobby Lobby, I'm sure. And I'm going to paint it black. And my plan is to line it put in the bottom this fabric, and then a narrow border on this out of this fabric, so that I'll have both of those sort of as borders for that piece. I think that's going to be really pretty. I went to a retreat. When was it? In July? It was July in Tulsa. Plum Street Samplers was there, Paulette Stewart, and she gave us a big sampler, but she also gave us this small. I've already passed this pattern on, so this is my working copy. And it is called Freedom Pin Roll. I did not make it into a pin roll. I couldn't decide exactly what I wanted to do. I had a paper mache box. And so I looked on YouTube, found a tutorial for painting paper mache boxes. Well, obviously I didn't do it right, because every time I tried to wipe it off with some wax, more paint came off. It just makes it look kind of beat up and primitive. This is what I ended up doing. And it definitely has some issues. But that's okay. I like it. This was some ribbon that I had, and I just wrapped this around, stitched the back, and covered my stitching with some more of the ribbon. I'll show you, because I cut my fabric too short. Had to add a little bit of fabric, and I ended up putting 2 little pieces of ribbon there. And then I thought, well, the lid needed something. My plan is to punch some holes in the top of this next summer and put some flags standing up coming out of this. And this will be a little decoration for one of my tables. I thought it was really cute. That was fun. That was fun. I like things that are kind of quick like that. At the Quilter Station retreat, I think I told y'all that Lady Dot Creates came, dropped in on us, and brought us a pattern, and a kit. This is what she brought. It's a black velvet pumpkin. Now hers was just perfection, of course. Mine is not. That's okay. I like it. It's got, the stem is kind of lopsided, which is, a lot of pumpkins are like that. I stuffed it with walnut shells, cut some wool for the leaves, added ribbons, and I have this wonderful little black velvet pumpkin that's just too cute. Another thing that I finished, and I'm pretty sure that, let's see if I can tell on here when I finished this. I started it, oh, here it is. This is called Gathering Together by the Scarlet House, and my friend Judy in Tulsa gave this pattern to me. It was a pattern that was given out at a retreat, and she stitched it, and then she passed the pattern on to me. Gathering Together, and it is stitched on 28 count flax. That's what I did it on. Let's see, when did I do it? Gathering Together, I started it on August the 9th and finished it on August the 17th. And I put it in this black frame. It's a pretty tight fit. It's not quite as tight as it looks. Part of that is the light and the way I'm holding it. But I thought it just turned out so pretty. It was actually done in a tray, but Hobby Lobby didn't have any more of the trays, or I would have done that. And I remember when I showed it to y'all, I told y'all it looked like a bee right there to me. So that was kind of neat for bush. Somebody else told me they thought it looked like an 8, and it kind of does. Kind of does. And then one other fully finished piece, I got Ruth Gibb into a frame. This is Ruth Gibb 1882 from Hands Across the Sea, and I stitched it on a 32 count navy bean. Fits beautifully in this frame that I got at a thrift store somewhere. I used Belsois Poison Apple. Belsois Silk Poison Apple. Oh man, I just really like that one. I love these small samplers like this. I think the big ones are gorgeous, but they're overwhelming sometimes when you're trying to decide on something to stitch and you want to do something that's relatively fast. The big ones are definitely not fast. Okay, I'm going to put this stuff back in my little basket so I don't lose any of it. And then I'm going to show you a couple of whips that I have over here. Like I said, I didn't stitch much in October. I wanted to, but I thought I would. I took stuff to the hospital with me, and that didn't happen. But I did get to stitch a little bit on Spooky Countdown by the Primitive Hare. Whoops, about to drop that one. This is what it looks like. The first time I saw this, Teresa Vanette had stitched it and had it framed. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's the cutest thing. I can't remember for sure, but I think she stitched all of those on one piece and had the whole thing framed. The way it's shown that way here, in this part right here. This actually is little pillows in a box. But I am stitching those all together. I don't remember last time where I was. I think I had finished the first 4 and have added 2. The 2 on this end right here. The Boo and the Mausoleum. I'm hoping, Halloween is over, but I'm hoping that next year I get this out a little bit earlier and am able to finish it in time for that holiday. I really am not a huge Halloween decoration person, but Halloween pieces are so stinking cute that I seem to have as many of those or more than I do regular fall things, just because they're so cute. This is my bag that Olivia B. made for me and brought to the quilter station to give me. And in it I have Joyous Noel. by Blackbird Designs. This was loaned to me by a friend, so I do not own this one. I had looked for it several different places and couldn't find it, and she offered to let me borrow it. And this is how far I am on this one. This one's coming back out very soon. I don't think I'll get it done by Christmas, but it's not a huge one, so I think I will have it done. Well, I know I'm going to have it done by next July because I promised to bring her the pattern back. We meet in Tulsa for the summer class. Kim and I do, and several other friends. So I'm going to have it done by then, for sure. And then the third one that I worked on is Sampler for All Seasons by the Scarlet House. This is the one that was an exclusive to the Shepherd's Needle, and I ordered this through them. I'm not going to stitch this like it is. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I think I told y'all that last time. I'm going to do the 4 houses, but I'm probably going to do a Bible verse in here, so I'll be recharting that when I get to that point. I'll do the first 2 houses, and then I'll chart the verse. And I have completed the first house. There it is. It's cute. I love this pattern. I just think I would like it better with a Bible verse in there. I don't want it to be quite that large, for one thing. Anyway, those are the only 3 things I worked on. Well, I worked on the house on Pumpkin Hill. I just finished it a couple of nights ago. That was a whip, but it is no longer a whip. All right, moving that one out of the way, and I've got another box over there to get to, but I want to show you a couple of things before I do that. I don't think I bought anything this last month. I haven't been anywhere, done anything, except this book, Buttermilk Basin. Has this book. It's a Martingale book, and I think it's, who did I see? Michelle, Farm Girl, Dry Goods maybe? I can't remember where I got this. But this right here is why I bought it. Look at that. Is that not the cutest thing? I think there's a bigger picture. Yeah, there is. Look at this. I just think that is the cutest thing. There are a ton of adorable wool patterns if you like wool at all. But this is going to be my first one that I stitch. That goes with that. And then this is a question I have. The Gather In. I have not begun this one. I'm working on kitting it up. I do not have the called for fabric, which is 36 count graham cracker. But I do have a big piece of 37 count Russian tea cake. And I think that's going to be perfect for it. My concern is that the white house might not be really white, so I may have to do something. I may have to switch the colors around. It is out kind of semi-outlined. It is on the roof, and I could go down on this side. Since it's bordered by brighter colors, probably the white will show pretty good. However, I saw Carol's Saltbox Stitcher this week, and she is not going to stitch this calliope here, and I don't think that I am either. I think I'm just going to stay with the grass right there. And then up here where it says Edna, Proprietress of the Gather In, I don't think I'm going to do that either. I will either add another sunflower, or I could put my own name. I think Carol's going to put Wrought by Carol on there. Don't know yet. But this one's going to be coming soon. That's going to be started soon. And I'd like to start it in November. I really wanted to start it on the 1st, and I didn't because I wasn't through with the House on Pumpkin Hill. And I wanted that one finished before Thanksgiving. One other thing that I am currently working on is, I showed you last time these little patterns. My friend Merritt loaned me these. This is from Madame Chantilly, and it's Christmas patterns 1 through 25. I have completed, let's see, I'll just show them to you. I showed them last time, but I'll show them again. This is number 1. Number 2 is the letter to Santa. Number 3 is a reindeer. Number 4 is the cutest little mushroom. Number 5, December 5th, is a gingerbread man. December 6th is a snow scene. Number 7, December 7th, is a little bird sitting on a gift. Number 8. Number 8 is a tree with a package. I do not know where number 9 is. Oh, here it is. It's on this right here. Who else but me, y'all? I'm using an Easter needle minder on a Christmas pattern. What difference does it make, right? This fabric, Merritt sent me what she had left over, and I'm not sure what it was. This is very, well, it's similar but different. I think hers is a Lugana, and this one is a linen, and it is, here it is. 28 count picture this plus Ariel. This was number 9, the little girl. And this is number 10. And all I have, it's a polar bear. And all I have left to do is fill in the little polar bear. I almost finished him last night. So, that will be finished tonight. And in fact, I'm going to try, that's number 10. I'm going to finish 11. I'm going to stitch 11 and 12 before I move to something else for a brief time, because they don't take long. Very short. You can usually do one in a night, but right now my nights are kind of crazy, busy. Now, let me pull this over. I got several gifts that I want to tell you about this time that I thought you might want to see. I was scheduled to go on a retreat this last month, and I didn't get to go because of Jerry's surgery. And a couple of friends sent me a gift, a consolation prize, I guess. One of them sent these little floss tags, and look at this floss minder. We started out, this little group, we started out stitching together during COVID, I guess, and or maybe before that. We've been on retreats together, and we've kind of added some. And anyway, we sent each other pictures of flowers on Friday, so we're the Friday flower girls. And, well, you can't tell it, but this one has a flower right there, and it has this little bouquet charm on it, which I thought was adorable. And she also included a couple of flower pins. So, Dory, thank you very much. One's a butterfly, a bumblebee. Since I have bees in my yard, a bee house my son-in-law takes care of for me, that was especially wonderful for me. we got a good little bit of honey out of our bees this summer. And then my friend Pam sent me this adorable, sorry, I'm all thumbs today. I call them floss beds. I don't know what they are, but this one has a zipper pocket on the outside to keep your floss in. And she also included a little floss minder that's got flowers on it, along with a little needle minder that's an acorn. So cute. Oh, so cute. When I got to move around a little bit. When I was at Quilter Station, I told y'all about some gifts I got there. But in the bottom of my basket, there was one that I missed, two actually, that I missed to tell you about. And that's this from Sharon Pack, who gave me some little floss tags and a little floss minder. And this one has a sheep on it and a flower. Too cute. Can you see that? Yeah. And then there was someone there that I actually never got to see her or visit with her. Tara from Siren Stitchworks had a free pattern that she gave out to us, and it's called New Friends. I'm going to show it because it was free. And I believe that she is, yes, she's on Etsy. Siren, S-I-R-E-N, Stitchworks, and that's all one word, no capitals. SirenStitchworks.etsy.com. And she's doing some designing, so y'all look her up. And then I met one of my subscribers there that I had not met before. Her name is Kathy, and she was so sweet, so adorable. And she had the neatest thing. She had a Longaberger basket. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but they're woven baskets, and I have several here. I keep all kinds of things in them. But hers was, I believe she called it a market basket. She is the one, I showed you this, that gave us these little scissor keepers. Scissors go right in there. And I'm going to try, I just loved her basket. And when she got home, she found one and ordered it for me and sent it to me. So, Kathy, thank you again. This is what the top of, here's the size of it. Okay, so it's a good size basket. And the top of it has these little spaces where you can, I don't really know what they were designed for originally. I just don't know. But she is so creative. She found this little tiny muffin tin, I think at Hobby Lobby, she said. And she made these little tomatoes to go in them, and it fits perfectly into one of the openings there. She also she found some little tin cups that fit into the two round openings on the basket. And she said they didn't have them anymore at Hobby Lobby, but I found that the wide mouth pint jars fit down in there just perfectly. And this little frog for holding scissors will sit down in one of those. And I have my glasses in the other one right now. I'm going to add some things of my own to it, but I didn't want to do that until I showed y'all, and thought, what a cute idea. She had everything she needed in this basket that she carried to the retreat. Just carried her little basket in, and it was all right there. So perfect. So perfect, y'all. Kathy, thank you again. I love it. Cannot wait to fix it up. I'm going to maybe make a pincushion on the top of one of those jars with the screw-on lid, and then that way I can open it up and put needles and pins down in it. I don't know. I'm thinking of things right now. Okay, y'all, I'm 35 minutes into this, and I wanted to show you my whips because I can't remember if I did last time, and even if I did, what difference does it make? because I don't remember it, so maybe you don't either. I just realized my phone was on. I'm going to put it on silent. I only have 23. That's not that bad. I'm going to back up and tell you, I had made a goal that I was going to start 75 projects this year. Because when the year started, I was 75. Well, now I'm 76. And I have so far started 58. I have, essentially 2 months to start. If I do 76, I got to start 18 more. That's okay because I've got at least 10 of these Christmas ornaments to do that are really, really fast. And I've got many things kitted up that I really want to get started. The Gather In is one of them. So I may not get many finishes if I do that many starts, but so far, I think I counted these. No, I didn't. I don't know how many finishes I've had this year, but quite a few. I'll try to come up with that before my next video and let y'all know that. But I'm just going to real quickly run through my whips and show you where I am with those. Okay. I don't think these are in any order, but they might be. Yes, they are too. They're in order of when I started them. So, I wonder if I can do this without getting them out of order. My oldest whip right now is Winter Rose Manor. It's by Brenda Gervais. You've seen it many times. There it is. I love it. I love it. I agonized over the color of the house. Ended up changing it. I think we talked about it several times. But I've got quite a bit done, y'all. Look. Can you see? It's kind of, this fabric is very thin. I've lately worked more on the house, filling in on the house, and I'm going to tell you what I ended up changing that to in case you've forgotten and want to know. It is Cherub by Weeks Dye Works. Cherub. That's what I ended up choosing for my house. And it is on, let's see what the fabric is. It's a 36 count surprise, meaning that I'm surprised. I don't know what it's on. The second oldest one is A Savior's Praise, which I may finish 20 years from now if I'm still alive. This is by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I haven't worked on it in a really long time. And that's where I am on that one. This one is on 36 count flax. The next one is a Halloween project. See, I told y'all the Halloween things grabbed me, even though I don't really decorate a lot for it. This one is a Sue Hillis pattern. She does the cutest things, I swear. It's called Hello Halloween. This is the truck. And I have the perfect needle binder for it that was given to me by the 805 Stitcher. That witch on there. It is on 32 count Aztec. These three that I am showing you were all started in 2020. And this is the progress on that one. That truck is dense, y'all. Lots of stitching in that truck. Then 2021 Little Deeds sampler. There are two Little Deeds samplers. This one is by the Scarlet House, and it's this one. And I would already have had this one finished, except I mistakenly thought I had picked up a 40 count linen, and that was going to be a struggle. And then later discovered I was doing it on a 45 count, which is mind-boggling to me. That's all I've gotten done on that one. I will get back to it. I'm determined to do it. Jean Lee told me at Quilter Station that I could do it, and I believe her. And I am saying prayers for her as she, I understand, is going through another round of treatments. Come Into My Garden by Blackbird Designs. And where is Hannah Carter? Did I finish her? She must be out of line here. Yeah, she is. There she is. 36 count. Picture This Plus. I can't remember. I can't read the name of that. And all I have gotten done on this is the border and one little thing right here. And this fabric, 36 count, Velt. My handwriting must leave a little bit to be desired there. Hannah Carter by Shakespeare's Peddler. Love this one. I just don't know why, but I love alphabets. That's what that looks like. And I stitched some on this in September, and that's where I am. I'm at least a third of the way, closing in on half of that one. That is on 32 count vintage gray. Also in 21, I started the Apostles' Creed by My Big Toe Designs. That looks huge, and it is, but it's all letters, and letters go fast. I'm stitching it on 32 count vintage country mocha, but I have only worked on the border. That's all I've gotten done on it. I'm really struggling with plans for the new year and what I want to do. These whips that are primarily letters, like My Big Toe and Hannah Carter, and there's another one, really should be pretty fast, and I'm thinking about January starting one of those and working on it till it's finished, and then the second one, and then the third one, and get those out of the way. I don't know why I'm struggling with this. This stocking is gorgeous when it's finished. My friend sent me the magazine when I was searching for it. This is how much I've gotten done on it. I don't know, it's just kind of a struggle stitching with just white on that red for some reason. It's hard for me to see. And it's not the fabric. It's just a 32 count. Picture This Plus Phoenix is the color. So I don't know why I'm having trouble with it, but I am. And I had hoped to have it done this Christmas, and not going to happen. And then, this is such a cute one, Marlene. You need to finish this. Colorado Cross Stitcher designed this one, and I bought it while I was at her shop, called Sampler Maker. Excuse me. It is on a 37 count corn tassel, and I don't have much on it either. That's all the start I've got on it. My friend Susan sent this to me. It's a Christmas one that needs to be pulled out and worked on, called Jingle All the Way by Not Forgotten Farm. So cute. It is on a 28 count clay, and I've gotten 2 of the houses done on that one, and that's all. Another Blackbird Designs one. What remains is this. 36 count straw is what I'm doing it on. And that's not a bad start. There we go. That's not a bad start, really. It's not that big a piece. I do love that. Oh, this one. Oh, man. This is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous, y'all. These Christmas ones just need to come out and be worked on. Modern Folk Embroidery. I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is an advent calendar. I am not going to stitch the calendar. Excuse me. I'm only going to stitch this top part. And I am using a 32 count charcoal Lugana for that, and a DMC 822. And it's fun. It's really fun to stitch. Isn't that going to be pretty? You know, I might just pull that out and work on it today. This is a good day to work on that one. It's bright, sunshiny. I'll have good light. The dark fabrics, I really need good light for. That's the first half. Almost through, y'all. Now, the next one is Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. Obviously, that's a pattern you've seen a million times. I am stitching this with silks. I took about 3 years to gather up the silks for it because that is a lot. I don't know how many threads there are in here, but it seems like a million different colors. I have stitched the top banner and have started on the first block with the house. And I do enjoy working on it. But you know, when you start these really big projects like that, until you get about halfway through, they just seem kind of overwhelming. And then, as you work your way on past that, they seem to go fast. I need a bigger bag for that thing. Okay. Last January, I started Brenda Gervais' January Wordplay. And I've only gotten that far on it. This is a 36 count something. I don't have it on there, so that means it was a scrap. This is what it looks like. That's another one that needs to be worked on right away. I need to finish this. So that and the Modern Folk Embroidery ones. When I finish those the blue Christmas ornaments. Those may be coming out next. Oh, but this one. See, that's the problem. I love them all. But some of them I love more than others. This is Shepherd Sampler. It's by October House, and I'm stitching it on a 32 count cream brulee with Weeks Dye Works charcoal. And it's another one that really wouldn't take too much longer to finish, because I have quite a bit done. Look at that. See? How am I going to decide what to work on? That's the hardest part. I'm going to do this Christmas ornament that I'm working on and two more. And then I'm going to switch. Okay, my next whip is Liberty House. Where are you, Liberty House? There you are. And I'm stitching it on a 32 count London Fog. It's a Brenda Gervais pattern. This is so gorgeous when it is stitched up, y'all. I have seen it stitched and it's just beautiful. But I don't have much done on it. Just a very tip-top. So that one's probably going to the back of the list. And then Plum Street. A Shepherd's Song. I started this in July, stitching it on 36 count Winter White. And I am making some changes to this one, I know, but they'll be farther down, so we're not going to talk about those right now. Beautiful colors, aren't they? Just beautiful. This is Though He Seemeth Sleeping. This bag, by the way, y'all, is a tea towel, made from a tea towel. I made it, that I bought in Ireland. This is the pattern. It's a Lucy Beam. Cynthia Brew stitched this one, and oh my goodness, it was so pretty that I had to have it immediately. And I've got threads everywhere, so I apologize. But look at those colors. Aren't they wonderful? I need that one on my wall. Another Brenda Gervais pattern. Be Ye Thankful. This is a recent release. Yeah, 2022. That's that one. And I really should, this is another one I need to finish it this month. I've done the bird. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking because some of these a couple of these I've already shown you. They were whips. I wondered. It took me a minute to figure out where they were. This is the last one. Now, I have some series, like the Noah's Ark smalls, that I could count as a whip, but I don't have one started. I have several finished, and they're all packaged together. But I don't count that as a whip until I actually start one of them. And then that becomes a whip until it's finished. This is Jardin Privé sampler of my grandma. Stitching it on a 28 count lamb's wool, and I'm using all DMC threads. This is not my favorite fabric in the world, but oh, I do love this sampler. And I started in the center. Such beautiful, soft colors in that border. Oh, I had it upside down, for heaven's sakes. There we go. That's a little bit better. I don't know. I'm thinking right now, Be Thankful needs to come out. And then January Wordplay needs to come out. And the Advent piece needs to come out. Those need to be the next that I work on. That's what I think right now. Tomorrow I may think something different. Okay, y'all. We are 55 minutes into this, and I am through with cross stitch and stitching related stuff, and I am going to give a quick update on Jerry for those of you who want to stay around. But if you don't, that's okay. That's kind of a long time to be sitting here watching my cross stitch stuff. So, Jerry had a triple bypass on October the 3rd. He did great. The surgery was wonderful. He was amazing. The doctor was amazing. He went from surgery straight into ICU, of course. And the first week that he was there, they had told us he'd be in there 6 or 7 days. Jerry is 78, so maybe he's there a little bit longer than some younger folks might be. But by the end of the first week, it was obvious that he was having some problems. He went into AFib 4 times before they could get that regulated. That's not a huge thing, and it's not unexpected after heart surgery, but you do have to take medication for it, at least for a while. So we did that. But then he had some other conditions that kind of popped up. He had what they called an ileus, meaning his gut would not wake up, so it was not functioning, and he was very, very swollen, and he ended up having to have a catheter put back in. It had been taken out. He also got 2 terrible bed sores. They wanted him to sit up all day long, which he did. And he was in a recliner, but I'm telling you that recliner came over on the Mayflower. It was very uncomfortable. He was in ICU for 15 days. And finally, we got to bring him home 2 weeks after he had had the surgery. But with the catheter. So he still has some little issues that we're working on. He is doing great. I think he's getting stronger every day. We've gotten the bed sores cleared up. We've gotten, y'all probably don't need all these details, but some of you have asked me, and I'm just gonna share with you, because you may have someone in your family that ends up having a major surgery like this. Right now, he is doing physical therapy 3 times a week. The physical therapist comes to our home, and we're still doing a lot of doctor visits. We see the surgeon, we see the cardiologist, we see the primary care physician. Tomorrow, we're seeing a urologist. The home health nurse comes and helps out with some things that we have to do. So, we have lots of help. Our children and grandchildren were simply amazing. The first week, we felt like Jerry was doing well enough that we left him alone at night, but the second week he was not. So we never left him alone the last 7 or 8 days that he was in ICU. I don't think they really liked that, but we did it anyway. Our children and one of our grandsons and my sister came and stayed 2 weeks with me. We all took turns staying with him. We rotated. We had a schedule so that he was never alone. And I think when you have a loved one in the hospital, in these days and times, it's best to do that, to have an advocate there all the time, because Jerry did not know what medications he was taking, what he should be taking, what he shouldn't be taking. He can't remember much of the time in ICU right now at all. Sorry, y'all. Wait a second. My computer went crazy on me. It's never done that. I guess because I was at it 1 hour. Anyway, he's doing very well. He's walking in the house. He can't, we've been to the doctor's office, so we've obviously been outside, and he's walked out to the street to the mailbox with me a couple of times. But his feet are swelling, so he's, pretty uncomfortable with that. But he walks in the house a lot. And so we are 5 weeks out. I think probably, I'm guessing, 2 or 3 more weeks, and he's going to be pretty good, strong. They're not going to start his cardiac rehab until January because he's not ready for it right now, and then we're going to hit the holiday time. So we think 1st of January probably is when he's going to do that. We've gotten several cards and notes and emails and texts from y'all, from my followers here, and we are so grateful for all of those, and our friends have rallied and done all kinds of things. So that's where we are with what's going on with him. He's doing really, really good. Honestly, he is. Sometimes I get a little frustrated, a little down, and I think, oh my goodness, is this never going to end? But yes, it is. He's making progress every single day, and I just need to remember that. And I'm keeping a journal on all the different things he's doing, and so I can look back and I can see, well, he couldn't do this then, but now he can. So that's helpful if you ever get in that kind of a situation. Keep a journal, because it's really nice to be able to look back. So thank you again for all of the prayers and the good wishes and the good thoughts. We appreciate all of those. And by the time I come to you again in 2 or 3 weeks, I think he's going to have made great progress. I appreciate you so much for subscribing to my channel. I've been here 6 years now, I think. And it's been so much fun. I've loved documenting what I'm doing. I love having you all come, and I have made so many wonderful friends that are lifelong friends now. So thank you for the friendships. That's it. Before I start crying, I'll get a little maudlin here. So y'all have a wonderful week next week. I hope you have a beautiful fall where you are. It's cold, some of your places, I know, but not here yet. It's not cold here yet. So we're having some good, pretty fall days. So I will see you again soon, and I wish you well until then. Bye-bye.